What's up, you guys? Today's video is featuring my most favorite soup recipe for the Olive Garden soup. It's like inspired by that. And I don't want to try to pronounce it because your girl don't know how to pronounce that ish. I think it's Sika Kasana to Piscana. You guys know what I'm talking about if you've ever been to Olive Garden. Anyway, y'all know I love soup, so let's get on into it. So today I'm going to go ahead and be using whatever pork sausage I have on hand. Y'all saw I had like a pork chorizo and then like just a regular pork sausage. And so I'm going to use my Beautiful by Drew Barrymore multi-purpose cookers. I swear by these, you guys. I got them from Walmart. I'll link them down below if you want to know exactly, how to get there and how much they cost. They weren't super expensive. They did not break the bank. And you see I have two of them, but I honestly need to add a third. I love these. I use these more than I use my stove and my oven. Okay, like I love them. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just make 2 pots of soup. So I'm going to do everything the same for both of them and kind of split the sausage between the both of them so that, everything is cohesive. Now, this was my first time making this soup. My mother-in-law recommended me this soup to make because we had a whole discussion about soups because, apparently she's also a soup lover. And then I was like, you know what? That reminds me of the Olive Garden soup. It's like exactly the same. So either way, I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but y'all get the vibes. It's sausage, heavy whipping cream, some kale, some white beans, like all of the good stuff. And again, you guys, when I originally made this recipe, it was cold and chilly outside. So this is a really good, warming, soothing comfort meal. Something that you could totally, make when you're sick or when you're just wanting something filling or, easy to make also. That's why another reason why I love soups is they're super, super easy to make. You can freeze them and they'll last for months and months on end and just have them when you need them for your family or yourself or whatever. So you guys get the vibes. Go ahead and break down the sausage. I don't want it too big, but also not too small. And now we're going to get into the veggies. So I'm going to go ahead and chop up some yellow onion, which is my favorite onion to use. I pretty much, besides red onion, don't use any other onion in my kitchen. Love yellow onion for cooking. It's sweet. It's really, really good, full-bodied, and just adds that flavor to anything. I put this in everything. So I'm going to chop that up. I'm doing not super fine chops because I love, biting into onions and peppers and veggies. And so my kids are pretty much used to that, but you can also, chop this finer to where it melts into the broth and you don't have to worry about tasting the actual chunks. But me, I don't mind, and the kids don't mind either. So I'm going to chop like a medium yellow onion and add half into both of my pots. And then I'm going to go ahead and get that all mixed in together and add in some minced garlic. Obviously, mixed garlic goes into everything that I make, and I love the flavor. So I'm always a little heavy with it, okay? If you don't like it, you can omit it, or if you just like just a little bit, just add just a little bit for the flavor. So I also love a good yellow potato. They are super, super flavorful and they cook super quickly, so I always love them. I am going to use about a pound of yellow potatoes in this dish, and I'm just going to, chop them up into I'd say these are like medium small pieces. And then whatever I get at the end, I'm going to just section off 1/2 for one pot and 1/2 for another. Now I'm going to go ahead, like I said, and drop half into each pot. The meat is pretty much, it's pretty much done at this point. And like I said, this is a super easy soup to make, so you don't need to know how to actually cook to make soup. And that's why I love it, because it's good, it's filling, it does all the things it needs to do, but you don't really need to know what the hell you're doing. So I'm going to go ahead now and cover those for about 5 minutes or so. I just like to get all of the flavors together. Then I'm going to go in with some heavy whipping cream, and I eyeball everything, y'all, so please don't ask me for measurements. But I just added in, this is probably like what, a quart of heavy whipping cream. I split between the two pots and then let it come to a simmer. I'm going to like just get water and add it in. I'm gonna eyeball it, okay? If you want your soup a little thicker, then you can add less water or add in a little bit of Parmesan. That's probably something that I'll do next time, is add in some cheese to this to make it a little bit thicker. But then I'm gonna go ahead in with my seasoning now. That Parmesan truffle seasoning is one of my favorites. It is good on everything. I usually use it on potatoes and stuff, but like it is so good. So I put some in the soup with my classic kickin' chicken. I'm telling y'all, Weber needs to sponsor me. They haven't yet, but it's coming. I'm going to speak it into existence. Some garlic powder, some Tony Chachere's, I don't even know if I said that right, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Some Creole seasoning. And of course, if Creole seasoning is too spicy for you or not your thing, you can always, you can play with all of these seasonings. You can add in what works, take away what doesn't. Y'all know, no pressure here. Just season to taste, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and add in some chicken bouillon seasoning. Obviously, we're working on a soup. I want this to be flavorful, so I add chicken stock seasoning to all of my dishes, no matter what type of soup I'm making. It always goes a long way. So now we are really cooking. I have everything in the pots. I'm mixing everything up, and I'm gonna put this on a medium-low heat for like maybe about 10 or 15 minutes because I want those potatoes to get nice and soft. And while that is simmering, I'm going to go ahead and take my kale and I'm going to chop that up. Now, I love kale. Y'all know I am a big fan. If you don't already know, I am a big fan of kale. It took me a while to get on the kale train, but I am here. I have arrived, and it is one of my favorite things to eat. So I love big chunks, plus it cooks down, right? So I just give it a rough chop. I throw that in on top of the pots, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just mix that up, cover it up, let it come back to a simmer. And by that time, basically, it's done, okay? It's not a lot left to do at that point, but kind of serve it up. So as you guys can see here, it looks so good, and I wish y'all could smell this. So again, we're putting that back on a medium-low heat. Let it come to a simmer. I'm going to add some cannoli beans, and while that is doing its thing, I'm going to go ahead and make some Jiffy cornbread muffins. One of my favorite things to make to go with soups are cornbread, breads, things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and stack my liners up and then get these bad boys prepared. And the kids love them too, okay? It's like a little treat. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in all of my muffin tins, my cornbread mix. And this would be really good with like some crusty French bread as well. I was thinking that. So yeah, that would be a good one too. All right, you guys, if you guys have not or did not know, Texas Roadhouse honey butter is like the best butter ever. I love their rolls. I love their butter. And Walmart has just started selling like Texas Roadhouse products, or they just started the line. I don't know what happened here, but all I know is your girl was in the store the other day and saw them, and I was like, oh no, this is coming home with me. That Texas Roadhouse butter is so good. I'm so glad they sell it in a tub by itself. So I just slather that on top of my warm cornbread muffins, and as you guys can see, now the kale has cooked down. I love kale, so I put a good heaping handfuls in there. And the potatoes are nice and soft, and everything has come together so beautifully. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plate all of these up. I just chopped up a little bit of green onion for the top. Now, my kids aren't super picky, but they are a little bit. So if your kids do not like onions or stuff, just take that part off. But I put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top of each of them, and everybody got a cornbread muffin with that good old honey butter, baby. And this was so freaking good. The kids loved it. This is my bowl. Yes. So you guys try this if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, y'all, love you. Bye. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Hit that button, girl. Don't wait. Do it now.